Hi, I'm Ted from Everything Attachments, and we're today with parts of the ETA, which is Everything Attachments Post Hole Digger. I just want to explain some of the things we've done for our own post hole digger and what improvements we've made and why there is a cost difference between an Everything Attachments post hole digger and a line back post hole digger. The line back post hole diggers are great. We've sold a lot of them over the years. We've had trouble getting supply all the time of them, so just to keep our customers happy and to keep the supply line moving, we've producing our own augers in-house. And we've made a lot of improvements on them. They look similar, but we've made a lot of improvements, and we just want to tell you what we've done and why these are costing more. It's not like I've just jacked up the price, where you're truly getting what you pay for. So we'll start with the gearboxes. This is an Omni gearbox, and yes, unfortunately, it is made in China. But most of the American manufacturers that have a good post hole driller line, and I'm gonna try not to mention names because I would cover just about all of the manufacturers out there. But this box is on several different other companies. You know, is a major manufacturer that also builds loaders and other components. And that box is rated up to a 24-inch auger. This is the smaller gearbox, like would be on our Everything Attachment 6900 Compact and the 6900. It's also an Omni gearbox, and it's rated up to a 12-inch auger. Now the difference between the line back and the Everything Attachment drive shaft, line back uses a Class 2 shaft, which is fine up to 12 inches, and this is a Class 4 shaft. It's good up to 24 inches. Now this shaft weighs 20 pounds more than a Class 2 shaft. It's more expensive to ship, but you can't hardly tear it up if you wanted to, especially on the little digger. Now we're using a Class 4 on the little digger just simply because when we buy in numbers and quantity, we can buy one grade of a better shaft for the price of trying to manage two different grades for two different augers. So we want to show you the difference in the auger too. The line back auger makes a good auger bit, they really do. They're a medium duty bit. Probably the biggest disadvantage is that when you wear out the tip where you're digging, you have to replace the whole head, which is about 30 bucks or more. And then on these, you would only have to replace just the tips. And actually is a better style of digging, and we're gonna turn this around and show it to you. Okay, on the 4-inch bit, the problem with a 4-inch bit is it's only 4 inches, and you got a real powerful gearbox here. So the 4-inch bit for right now is actually going to cost more than most of these bits. This is a Dan user bit. Because of the way it's built, it uses a small shaft, but to make it to where it has enough flighting on it to bring the dirt out, it has to be built like a brick house. It has a really thick tube, a really thick collar, has a good screw point on it, and it has the standard cutting edges on both sides. So it's hard to make a good 4-inch bit cheap. There's no real way to do it without it breaking, and I've got quite a few broken cheap 4-inch bits around here. So we're just gonna use the best bit I know of on the 4-inch. On the 6, 9, and 12, and 18, these are bits that we got for Everything Attachments augers. They have a big, nice, long screw on the end, which is gonna help start your hole early. And then when you go to replace the tips, you only have to replace each point instead of the complete assembly. Now, everything about these bits are just heavier. So they're more expensive for me to ship. Now, Everything Attachments augers will now come completely boxed in cardboard. We're putting a nice paint job on them. We're using heavier pipe, heavier tubing. They'll come encased in cardboard with that expanded foam to protect it keep it from getting scratched from UPS or FedEx, which is delivering. And we just want to give you a superior product at a great price. The price has gone up some, but you get what you pay for. And I can guarantee you at Everything Attachments, we're giving you all we can for the dollar. And we're keeping as much of this made in America as we can. All the booms and all are done and painted right here in this house. And if you'll give us a call or an email, we'll help size the right auger for your tractor and the right auger head and get everything right for you. Just give us a call or an email at Everything Attachments.